All right, YouTube, what's going on, man? It's been a long time, guys, and right now I'm still in Jackson, Mississippi, getting ready to head back home here Sunday. So I've been here for a long time. So today I'm going to talk about a couple topics. I've spoken about topics like this before. It's not necessarily related to finance, but I feel that if I have a podium, I should address certain issues that I think need attention. So there is a pretty interesting article on Yahoo today, and it talks about a judge who wouldn't marry an interracial couple. Okay, and I was like, wow, this is 2009, and we still having situations like this. But he has an explanation, and his explanation is there's a problem with both groups, and the groups that he's talking about is the black and white groups accepting a child from such a marriage. And I think those children will suffer, and I won't help put them through that torture. Okay. Now, interesting place. I'm in Mississippi, a place where slave activity and things like this existed at one time. And the reason why that that article is so interesting is that it's funny because, for instance, I'm in an interracial marriage, and I don't. First of all, I don't like that term, okay? Because when the judge says there's people that have problems with the situation, the reason why you have problems, guys, is because there's this thing people call the comfort zone, and what I mean by that is this: a 12-year-old kid in New York has experienced more in life than some 50, 60-year-olds. Because a lot of people love to stay in their comfort zone. They may see someone from another culture, another race, another this, and they don't intermingle. They just look at that person, and then a lot of the times they form opinions, and 90% of the time the opinions that they form are incorrect, and they just live life in fear. So what harm is it if two people from a different race get together? What do people think going to happen? Because the judge later on stated that, well, most of these marriages don't work. Okay. I've seen a lot of same race marriages that haven't worked. So this is a bogus way of measuring about what works. Because one thing I've learned in life is this, is that if you get negative pressure from areas, a lot of people take that as that's wrong, and they get put down, their self-esteem gets low and things like that. No, that is fuel to the that actually helps you. When you get negative criticism from people like, you can't do anything, you can't open a business, you're not smart enough, you can't do this, and you pursue and you do these things, you have a new what's the word I'm looking for? A new motivation, because now you're proving to these people that, hey, I'm going to prove these people wrong. I'm going to show these guys that I actually can do something. So they actually help you out. I mean, Barack Obama is a product of a black and white relationship. And he's the president of the United States. I mean, he could have let it beat him up and tear him up and things like that, whatever. But no, he chose to say, hey, I'm going to take the stress from this situation. I'm sure he was teased and things like this, whatever. But like I said, people will always do that, because you will always have people who haven't elevated to a level where they can accept certain things. And it's all because of things that is inside of them. So are we saying that the world has to be changed and we can't do certain things because some people are afraid? I mean, to me, there's no difference really between black, white people, Mexican people. I mean, some of us may eat different foods and things like that, but we get angry when we get angry. We get happy when things, make us happy. I mean, we're people. But and to have if you believe in religion or whatever, we're created from one maker. So are we saying that the creator created one group and he said, don't intermingle with that group because that group is bad? Or, the Asians, we created that group, don't intermingle with that group, stay in your group. No. Why did he create so many different races? I think so you can learn different things. I've learned one thing about traveling, is that traveling to me is the best education a man can get, or a woman. And the reason why is because when you travel, you see that there are many different ways to tackle an issue. There are many different ways, to cook bread or to eat meat, and And you may say, hey, the meat I've been cooking for so long is very tasty, but when you go to India, you're like, oh my gosh, this curry stuff is amazing. You know? So, like I said, you know, every different region we live in, you know, there's different birds in those regions. There's different plants in those regions, different herbs, you know, different things, you know, and you learn something every day. So don't be a product of your environment where you're just like, I'm afraid those people are evil. I don't know about those people. You know, they have tails or whatever, you know. Don't be an idiot about this situation. Rise up, step out of your comfort zone, get to know people, talk to people that don't look like you. You may find out that your barriers and your assumptions may be totally wrong, and that things are getting broken down. So this is all I'm going to say on this issue, guys. You know, I'm sure Al Sharpton and his group will be marching in in Louisiana here pretty soon. But I don't think it has to go to that. I think the judge is an idiot. He's a guy that doesn't understand culture, doesn't understand people, and I think it's ridiculous to even be addressing something like this. So I want to hear your thoughts about it. Let me know what you think. So until next time, signing off.